Hello everyone. In this video, the fifth shit on the hill video here, me sitting here after getting a 9-day ban for calling them out for banning someone based on a name that didn't violate the Disqus terms of service because they were triggering people that were Trump deranged leftists and the like in the comment section on a Hill article. Now, I don't generally comment in comment sections, but I felt this needed to be called out. So I did, and they gave me a 9-day ban for my trouble. So I figured I would sit here where I can't call them out for their shit on their platform and do it on my own. Now, this isn't going to be like, you know, me normally doing like 5 or 6 videos, but I think I'm going to start doing a series called Shit on the Hill. And it's just going to, you know, be have the title begin with SOTH, something like that. And I think I'm going to show on a semi-regular basis, maybe 1 article a week, 2, that are going to be Shit on the Hill articles. And I'm going to show how fucking delusional these people are. So anyway, this is an article from August 30th written by Tal Axelrod. Wonder if that's his real name. But just to go to show how fucked in the head they are over at the Hill. They took, and I'm going to show you the, because I actually went through the study itself in the Hill article that they're using to claim this. And I'm going to show you their methodology and all that, and you're going to go, oh, this is some fucked up shit. Because they did a couple different things to get the numbers that they did. And they were at least somewhat honest enough to kind of say, yeah, we did fuck with them. So you got to give them credit for that at least, but we'll get into that. Poll, Pennsylvania Democrats surging with double-digit leads. So Tal here is trying to portray the blue wave as a real thing in Pennsylvania. It's pretty funny, especially with this poll, because this poll is a fucking joke. But I'll show you as we get into this here. Democratic incumbents running for re-election in Pennsylvania hold double-digit leads over their Republican opponents, according to Franklin and Marshall College poll released Thursday. Yeah, and we're gonna look at that in a minute here, because I don't want to burst the bubble before we get into the meat of this. I mean, it takes the fun out of it. Senator Bob Casey Jr., a Democrat from Pennsylvania, holds a comfortable 13-point lead among registered voters in the survey over Representative Lou Barletta, a Republican from Pennsylvania, 47 to 34%. 19% of voters remained undecided. Casey, a 2-term senator, has a 41% approval rating, according to the poll. Barletta, meanwhile, is hurt by low name recognition, with 53% of voters not knowing enough about him to give an opinion. Okay, yeah. This is kind of like the idea of, right now what this is kind of saying is, this is, I don't know how many of you would remember the movie if you were alive at the time. It's an Eddie Murphy movie called Distinguished Gentleman. His character literally rides the name recognition of a dead congressman to Washington. You're treading on you're treading water, hoping for that wave to take you in on name recognition. The blue wave isn't going to happen. Especially once you look at their sampling and everything with this poll. It's reminiscent of the 2016 presidential election polls. I might have given too much away with that, but anyway. Pollsters also found that Governor Tom Wolf, who's a Democrat, holds a 17-point lead over State Senator Scott Wagner, 52 to 35%. 12% of voters remain undecided in that race. Now, here's the thing. Those 12% could bring him closer, and you never know, with especially how they've fucked with the numbers with this poll. You never know. He could more than easily get a few from the Democrat side. This poll that they're using, it's ridiculous what they did. So let's just get through the article and then I'll get into that. I mean, as you see, I have the tab for it here. I've got the methodology already pulled up. So we'll get into that in a second. Wolf, who is running for a second term, has a 46% approval rating in the new survey. He, too, is aided by his opponent's low name recognition, with 42% of registered voters not knowing enough about Wagner to give an opinion. Whoa, wait a minute. He has 46% approval rating. Now you try to play it when Trump has 50% or more, by some polls, just under 50, that he's doing fucking shitty. But you're fucking fluffing Wolf. Go on. He's got 46%. Like, that's a good thing. I mean, this is the Hill for you. This is why I'm thinking about doing a shit on the Hill semi-regular series thing where I go through a Hill article, specifically a Hill article, just to show their delusional state. And seriously, in the comments, if you would like to see a shit on the Hill series, let me know. Maybe once a week, I'll go through a Hill article or two, and it'll be part of the shit on the Hill series. Because I kind of like the tone of that. Shit on the Hill. Popping a squat on the Hill. Shit on the Hill sounds better. And me shitting on them is calling them out. I'm sorry, but shitting on them is calling them out. I mean, if I pick on that, well, not pick on them, but if I choose to show their thing, I'm sure that's what the left's going to say. So I might as well call it that. Shit on the Hill. I mean, because this is fucking ridiculous. Oh, he's got 46%. He's doing fucking awesome. Trump gets 46%. Oh, he's doing awful. Fuck you. Seriously, get bent. Oh my God. I mean, the other guy's got 42% of these people don't know enough about Wagner, but this guy's got a 46% approval rating with people knowing him. So 42% of registered voters don't know enough about him. What about the other 58? That's what you're not talking about. Do they know about him? See, I love this. Well, 42% of people don't know about him. Well, that still means there could be fucking 58 that do. I mean, this is fucking ridiculous, trying to push this blue wave bullshit here. Both Democrats are also buoyed by President Trump's low approval rating in the state, which stands at about 38% in the poll. Trump won Pennsylvania by less than 1% in 2016 and has endorsed both Barletta and Wagner. And here's what's funny. They talk about, oh, well, less than 1%. Pennsylvania was one of those states that went, fuck you, we're not going to give you any of our voting shit when they was looking into things. Trump is is more popular than the legacy media tries to let on. So, to me, it's like they almost know that he won by more than 1%, and they're trying to play this shit down like it never, oh, nope, never happened, the fingers in the ears, shit like that. Regardless of the party, Trump is a potent motivator for voters. About 67% of those who intend to vote for a Democrat say they will do so as a vote against the president and Republicans in Congress. Which, out of how many people in the survey? This is what's fucked up. Because they don't say whether because some of these could have been independents, some of these could have been Republicans, you never know. It just says 67% of those who intend to vote for a Democrat. What's their total percentage out of the group? Complete manipulation of the numbers here to try to mean something else. About 74% of those who intend to vote for a Republican say they do so in support of the president and Republican in Congress. and Republicans in Congress. Yeah, but what's the total number? That's what's fucked up. Without that, you have no actual context, and they don't want you to have context because this poll is complete shit. And as you can see, we're almost through the article. As soon as we are, we're going to get into the methodology of this article. And you're going to be like, fuck me. This is some shady shit. This is the second poll in as many weeks to show Casey and Wolf with double-digit leads over their opponents. An NBC News Marist poll released last Thursday showed similar margins in each race. Oh, you mean like the polls that said Hillary Clinton was going to spank the shit out of Trump? Okay. So we're supposed to buy these polls these days. Especially when, if you look at this poll in a second, how shady their fucking methodology is. Franklin and Marshall College interviewed 511 registered voters in Pennsylvania from August 20th to 26th. The poll has a margin of error of 6.1 percentage points, which is complete bullshit. Because 511, you would think it would be at least proportionately equal. The two major parties and independents, proportionate to the actual numbers of independent voters, Democrats and Republicans. You know, Democrats and Republicans 50-50, independent, because they're about 50-50. Okay? And then your independents somewhere proportionate. But no. So look at the methodology here. The survey findings presented in this release are based on the results of interviews conducted from August 20th to 26th, 2018. The interviews were conducted at the Center for Opinion Research at Franklin Marshall College on behalf of the Center for Politics and Public Affairs. So we have opinion research. Propagandists, 1984 types, doing this poll. And they're doing it for the Center for Politics and Public Affairs. And you know academia is so left-leaning that they're not going to do a fair poll, yet we're supposed to buy this as legit. Oh, it's got 6.1%. Bullshit, more than that. I'd put money this has way higher than a 6.1% margin of error, especially with as we get on here. The poll was designed and administered by the staff of the Center for Opinion Research. The data included in this release represent the responses of 511 Pennsylvania registered voters, including 243 Democrats, 200 Republicans, and 68 independents. They oversampled fucking Democrats and undersampled independents. Intentionally. I mean, they should have, if not proportional, they should have done 200, 200, and 200. Make it fair. Because independents are the biggest ones that sway an election, which is why they fucking only did 68 of them. Independents are the ones that swing fucking elections. And they don't want the independents showing that in this poll. That's how sleazy and fucking dishonest they are. You got 243 fucking Democrats to 200 Republicans. Of course you're going to have higher fucking numbers with that shit. When you undersample your independents, of course you're going to have your numbers skewed. This poll is complete shit. The Hill should know this just by reading the methodology. Yet they're so Trump deranged, they're trying to use this to push the blue wave bullshit. And it gets even worse from here. The sample of registered voters was obtained from L2, formerly Label and Lists. All sampled respondents were notified by letter about the survey. Interviews were completed over the phone and online depending on each respondent's preference. Survey results were weighted. So they then not only oversampled Democrats, they rigged the fucking results. They took age, gender, education, and party registration, and they fucked with the numbers. So the results were weighted using an an iterative weighing algorithm to reflect the known distribution of those characteristics as reported by the Pennsylvania Department of State and Pennsylvania exit polls. They fucking took the data and screwed with it like you wouldn't fucking believe. Because that's what they're clearly saying there. They took all these, they took cultural Marxist fucking crap. Age, identity politics, age, gender, and education, party registration, shit like that. And they use that to fucking rig the poll. That's what that's saying. Yet they're trying to portray this as a legit representation of Pennsylvania. The Hill's trying to take this poll and say it's a legit representation. Are they all fucking crackheads at the Hill? Crack babies dropped on their heads before the growth spots closed to actually try to portray this shit as legit? And I love this. They talk about how they completely fucked with the numbers. And then they have the audacity to go, the sample error for this survey is plus or minus 6.1 percentage points when the design effects from weighting are considered. We fucked with the numbers and it's only off by 6.1%. Bullshit. Bullshit. All those polls from 2016 going, oh, Hillary's going to spank the shit out of Trump. They claimed these percentage of errors were low, and they were fucking completely way off. I ain't buying this. In addition to sampling error, this poll is also subject to other sources of non-sampling error. So basically now they're hedging their bets, and they're trying to say, well, we might be wrong, because we were fucking deluded, Trump-deranged assholes and intentionally oversampled Democrats, and then to rig it, and then on top of that to rig it, we took into account identity politics factors like age and gender and education and and ethnic background, and we fucked with the numbers with that. This is fucking ridiculous shit. Generally speaking, two sources of error concern researchers most. Non-response bias is created when selected participants either choose not to participate in the survey or are unavailable for interviewing. Response errors are the product of the question and answer process. Surveys that rely on self-reported behaviors and attitudes are susceptible to biases related to the way respondents process and respond to survey questions. Oh, kind of like the survey takers, the poll takers, who intentionally oversample Democrats, and then you take and you fuck with the numbers on top of that? Fuck you. This poll is complete bullshit, okay? Which goes to show the Hill is willing to be dishonest because they're so anti-fucking Trump. This is what gets me. The Hill used to be a conservative fucking outlet. They sucked the dick of Baby Bush. They sucked the dick of Romney. They're still sucking the dick, even though he's dead, of McCain. Yet they push this shit because they want the blue wave, because they're Trump deranged. They would sacrifice, which I'm sure there's an ideological switch going on there as well. But they would sacrifice their audience that they've had for a long time, being a conservative outlet, to push the Trump deranged shit. To push shit like this. To literally push fake fucking news. This is not real news. You've got a poll that they literally oversampled Democrats in. That they then took the numbers with and tweaked using age and all this other bullshit instead of the actual results. They said, oh, the Democrats are kicking ass in Pennsylvania. Blue wave, blue wave, blue wave. This is bullshit. This is why the Hill is fake news. This is why they censor people in their comments section and moderate their fucking comments like they do. Because people call this shit out and they look like complete fucking morons. But anyway, I've covered this well enough. Let me know in the comments if you want to see a video or two a week, as shit on the hill. SOTH. That's what I'm going to title them. Let me know in the comments. But I'm done with this. Yeah. If you liked this video, depending on where you are watching it, please give it an upvote or thumbs up. If you want to know when new content of mine hits the internet, don't forget to subscribe to one or more of my social media or video accounts listed here. Also, with YouTube, don't forget to ring that bell. You can find all of my video content on both BitChute and YouTube. This may not be the case with other places I upload to, but I will try to minimize this happening. You are always welcome to interact with me at any of these sites on the list, so feel free to do so. If you have anything you want me to cover in a video, when it comes to news or current events, send it right along to me. I will try to do my best to cover it. As always, thank you for watching.